Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to see so many people here. We're excited. I'm Dr. Oscar Gonzalez, the Assistant Professor at the School of Business at North American University. And I'll serve as your Master of Ceremonies for the 2022 Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of Dr. Farouk Taban, Board of Trustees, Administration, and faculty, we welcome you to today's ceremony. Today marks a very special occasion for our graduates, their families, and friends who support them throughout their academic journey. So we really thank you for being here to support them in this final phase of education. A lot of you parents will be getting a raise, so you'll probably be excited now that tuition is not due anymore. So I'm sure you're excited about that too. We ask that you do please stand for the national anthem. Here to perform our national anthem are all Texas All-State Choir and Stafford High School seniors, Ray Davis and Ashlyn Robinson.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. The rockets red light, bursting in air, gave proof in the night that flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Farouk Taban, President of North American University, for his address to the NAU family, friends, and guests.
So this is it, graduates. Today is your day. You deserve a big celebration. Congratulations. So please give yourself a big hand. And parents, wow, what a sacrifice. You and your kids survived during the pandemic. And now they're about to walk in the stage. Unbelievable. You must be really proud. I'm proud. So graduates, give them a big hand, please. And finally, NAU faculty and staff. Graduates, don't you think they've done an excellent job? Another round of applause for faculty here. What a year during the pandemic. It is still not certain which direction we will be headed, but clearly, last 2 years were full of stress, anxiety, ambiguity, economic hardship, etc. And we all experienced that from first hand. Don't seem all bad, but I'll talk about the other side of the coin in a moment. Dear graduates, last 2 commencements, our students walked in this stage virtually on YouTube on their pajamas, shirts and shorts. So you are very lucky to join the commencement with caps and gown. So that's something different. In my short remarks before the keynote speaker, I will give 3 personal advices, if I may. Here is the first one. Be resilient. I think this is the magic words these days. Resilient by design. So it is not random, but planned and organized. Or this can be called resilience in action. So pandemic came with a surprise, but now you are trained in multiple dimensions. Therefore, your resilience is built in. And for any future challenge, you will be ready to face it. And it's very unique experience that most of you started your degree at NAU before the pandemic and finished after the pandemic, kind of. So challenges, disasters, problems could be devastating. Even sometimes a phone call or email may ruin your day or week. Those things could happen, and unfortunately, some will happen. And hit you very hard. Most of us fall in our lifetime multiple times. But we should learn how to stand up and move on. Be patient and show your perseverance. I know it's easy to say, but only those who are resilient may go to the next level and eventually, and hopefully, to the top. By the way, for any given problem, if you cannot control the negative side of it, it's better to look at the positive side of it and continue. Whining and pointing fingers may not be helpful. Think about how, for example, Uber company came up with Uber Eats during the pandemic, how they see a challenge, and how they change it to an opportunity. I'll give an example about our NAU athletic department's journey. We started a very tough situation in 2018. I still remember those stressful meetings with students, parents, and our own staff. They all were rightfully challenging the athletic programs, coaches, facilities, admission process, which league we are playing, and so on and so forth. Consequently, many students left. Several staff members were saying this will not fly unless pouring big amount of dollars. Yes, we had good intention, but several pieces were missing in that transition. But we didn't give up. With our passion and hard work, each semester we made a progress, slowly but surely. And look where we are now, after like 4 years. We had about 200 athletes last fall with 5 sports programs, and looking forward to increase those numbers. Also, I'm happy to announce that we will be playing this fall at National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, called NAIAD. I think that's a major accomplishment. Second advice. Try to excel in your area and be consistent. Ready to run an extra mile always. Don't consider that extraordinary. It's pretty common for employees to go above and beyond and showing their 110% effort. So don't compare yourself with your coworkers. Your dedication and commitment will not go unnoticed by your supervisors. Consistency is like a credit history. Make your payments on time and every time. Therefore, in life, show your steadfast performance, each and every step. Amaze your boss, and you will be rewarded accordingly. So you all must be good at certain areas. Find your excel features and polish them. Exercise them and utilize them. I wasn't the smartest kid in my class, but usually above average. I think that What made me successful was my consistency and effort to excel. I was and still is stubborn on project to complete whatever it takes. Last point is about networking. Be social and keep your contacts. Don't lose established friendship in your college years at NAU. Don't underestimate anybody. Those contacts may be very handy at some point of your life. You are young and most beginning of your career, so you will get the benefit. Here are my recent examples in my circle in a month or so. I attended a recent Chamber of Commerce event for networking, and then I figured the main speaker as a chamber board president happened to be high school buddy of one of our own NAU staff members. So those things happen. Another example is that I had a very good friendship with a high-level official in DC. Then I realized later, recently, one of his best friends is the president of a major university in Texas. Remember, the main point in networking, it is not who you know and how many people on your speed dial. It's really who knows you and who remembers you. Again, congratulations, class of 2022 NAU graduates. Keep in touch, participate in our alumni events. Don't forget NAU, at least remember once in a while. Thank you all very much and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Taban. In case, just so you know, don't get confused, Dr. Taban's the tall one, not the good-looking one. It is now my honor to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Attorney Tony Busby. Mr. Busby is a leader in his field and at the top of his profession. He was recognized as Texas Super Lawyer by Thomson's Reuters. Texas Lawyer named him Attorney of the Year for 2015. The New York Times described Mr. Busby as one of the most successful trial lawyers in the country and profiled him on the cover of New York Times Magazine. Mr. Busby is a nationwide figure who is sought out in every kind of case all over the country. He believes in the wisdom of juries. He deeply respects the practice of law and the system as a whole. Mr. Busby is the son of a butcher and a high school cafeteria worker. After earning his ROTC scholarship, Mr. Busby attended Texas A&M University. Upon graduation, Mr. Busby was named a distinguished naval graduate and distinguished student and was recognized as the outstanding NROTC senior in the Corps of Cadets, as well as the outstanding commander in the Corps of Cadets. Mr. Busby entered the United States Marine Corps where he was recognized as an honor graduate, receiving the top leadership score after more than 200 other Marine lieutenants. He served in the Persian Gulf and Somalian conflicts, where he commanded various Marine Special Operations Capable Infantry units, also known as SOC. He was selected by the Marines to become an elite recon officer, receiving various awards, including top leadership awards from the rigorous Navy Dive School and the daunting Amphibious Reconnaissance Course. He earned the rank of captain of his Marine Corps service and was awarded the prestigious Navy Commendation Medal. After his service in the Marines, Mr. Busby entered law school at the University of Houston Law Center. While there, he was the managing editor of the Houston Law Review and was elected class captain by his peers, and also a member of the Order of the Co-op, Order of the Barristers, and Order of the Mariners. Upon graduation, Mr. Busby was selected to serve as a briefing attorney for a federal district judge in the Southern District of Texas, Galveston Division. Upon completing that assignment, he was hired by one of the most prestigious litigation boutiques in the country. He then founded his own firm. Now, aside from his legal practice, Mr. Busby is also a business owner, responsible for various well-known businesses, retail endeavors, commercial buildings, and hotels. He serves on the board of directors of Hometown Bank and the board of the Bay Area Council of Boy Scouts of America, and has also served on the board of visitors of Texas A&M Galveston, and served as a member of the Board of Regents of Texas A&M University. Mr. Busby now has the honor of having the Busby Leadership's Learning Center named after him. There is no question that this gentleman is very successful, and we should be honored that he is here to speak to our graduating class. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Tony Wesley as NAU's 2022 Commencement Keynote speaker.
Wow, congratulations, and good morning. I was told I had 45 minutes to speak. Is that wrong? Okay, I won't speak 45 minutes. You know, I remember graduating from undergrad and graduating from law school, and it was all a blur, graduates. You probably won't remember a lot of this, but your parents, your friends, your family will, and hopefully they're taking a lot of pictures. And the best advice I can give you before I get into this, probably more like 14-minute speech, is slow down, take a breath, enjoy yourself, live in the moment. Because when this is all over, you're going to blast off. I'm sure you're sitting there thinking about your plan and what you're going to do and what's going to come next. Focus right now on what is now. Really enjoy this moment because everybody here is here to celebrate you. Okay? All right. I was asked to give you a little bit of advice. Now, I'm not suggesting that I'm anybody that should be giving anybody advice. You know what they say about advice? Wise people don't need it, fools don't heed it. But I'm going to try anyway. I've had an opportunity over my career to hire hundreds of young people from pretty much every university in the country, from Harvard to University of Houston to Texas A&M, UT, Baylor, every university you can think of. And I kind of tell the young folks that I hire the same thing every single time. And I'm going to tell you what I tell them. First, dream big. Dream big. There are a lot of people who will criticize. It is so easy, is it not, to stand around and criticize rather than stepping off and doing something. There's so many people who will tell you you can't do something, and very few that will tell you you can. Now imagine if you sat around all day long waiting for people to tell you you could do something. You'd probably still be sitting for a long, long time, wouldn't you? So if you have some dream inside of you, if you have something you think you want to do, my best advice to you is do it. Do it. You're always going to find those people, the naysayers, the people that are going to criticize and say no. You be one of those people that doesn't pay attention to that foolishness and do it. Now, you may fail, but I found I learned the most when I failed. I think you'll find the same. I want to tell you about, there's this guy. I want to ask you if anybody knows this guy. His name is Casey Wagner. Anybody know Casey Wagner? Anybody? I bet you really don't, but I love the fact that some people raise their hand. Casey Wagner was a rodeo clown. Casey Wagner was a rodeo clown in a small county in West Texas. Casey Wagner has the distinction of being the only person to be struck by lightning twice in the same day. Now let that sink in for a minute. Casey Wagner, rodeo clown from West Texas, in a little county you probably never heard of, was struck by lightning twice in the same day. And lived. And lived. The odds, they say, those people that are good at math, I know some of you are like that here. The odds of being struck by lightning and living are 1 in 500,000. The odds of being struck by lightning twice in the same day, I'm sure there's somebody out there in this crowd who can give us those odds, but it's pretty remote, would you say? So I want to focus with you for a minute on odds and chances. But what are the chances that you would be sitting where you are right now? My guess is that each of you has a story where you had a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be sitting here, and yet here you are. You beat those odds. Think about the odds of just marriage. People will tell you, the naysayers, most marriages end in divorce. Right? Most marriages end in divorce. Boy, I would just sit in the corner and suck my thumb and cry. I guess if we follow the odds, no one would get married. What are the odds that you'll get into grad school? Oh, those are remote. You may as not even try. What are the odds that you'll go to law school or get that plum job that you're wanting? Oh, the odds are very against you. They're stacked against you. Why should you even try? You sit around and focus on your chances and the odds, you'll be sitting for a long, long time. What are the odds that the son of a meat cutter and the son of a woman who worked in the high school cafeteria in a town of 1,391, whose every generation before him had been farmers, dirt farmers, uneducated, very few had even graduated high school. What are the odds that that young man would leave that town and go into the Marines and lead troops in Desert Storm and Somalia and set up security during the LA riots and decide at some point that he was going to go to law school and finish second in his class and then be hired on some of the largest cases in the history of the United States, to include representing the sitting governor of the state, when there's 2.3 million lawyers in the country and the governor could hire anyone the governor chose, and he chose this guy from this little county from Northeast Texas. What are the odds of that? Pretty remote, I'd say. What are the odds that those men in the Ranger Battalion setting off the coast of Normandy, when Germany had taken over almost all of Europe, and the Allies had decided to take Europe back, and these Rangers were tasked with climbing a 100-foot rock-faced cliff with no sort of fall protection, with Germans dropping hand grenades down on their heads, and the entire success of the operation of taking back France and then ultimately working their way all the way to Berlin to provide freedom for the world. What are the odds those Rangers would make it up the side of that mountain? They were remote. In fact, 40% made it. And those 40%, of which were wounded. Imagine if they considered the odds. Consider the odds. They'd have never got off the boat. So, what do I say? Be damned to the odds. That's what I say. You have a dream inside of you. You have something you're thinking about you want to do. You have an idea that's slowly forming. Focus on it. Do it. One of the rules of my family is Busbys don't quit. Busbys don't quit. Ever since my kids were, literally, as soon as they were born, I've been preaching this to them. We talk about the family rules. One is Busbys don't quit. One is Busbys are nice to animals. There's a few more, but those are two of the most important. Busbys don't quit. You don't quit. They say that most people will try something once and stop. Some people will try once or twice and stop. Most people that try at least 4 times succeed. Isn't that strange? Just the mere fact that you try and you try and try. Now, God bless you if you succeed the first time. But if you don't, That's just giving you the fuel you need to try again. I have learned, as I've said, the most from my failures. I've tried cases all over the United States and even in Canada, and I've lost a few. I learned the most from those losses. So when you lose, just take it as a learning experience. When you fail, chalk it off as a learning experience. It's part of the process. There's a reason for it. When something doesn't go your way, there's a reason for it. There is a grand plan. And maybe we don't know what it is. We all have a part to play. We all have a part to play. Think about that farmer in that very remote village. His horse got away, broke the fence and got out. All the villagers came and says, "Oh, that's such bad luck. You're just having so terrible luck. It's just so bad." And he said, "Maybe." Then the next day there was a herd of wild horses running throughout the village, just causing havoc. But 4 of them ran into his fence, and he was smart enough to put a piece of wood up and stop him. So now one day he had 1 horse that got away, and today he has 4. And the villagers came and said, "What great luck you've had. Oh, wow, you're so lucky." And he said, "Maybe." And then the next day, his son, who was about 18, decided he was going to try to ride one of those horses. And the horse was wild. He got on the horse, and the horse bucked him off and broke his leg very badly. And here came the villagers. And the villagers said, "Oh, you had such terrible luck. That's so bad." And what did he say? Maybe. And then the next day, the government drafters came, the conscription individuals trying to draft his son into the army where he would go to war and face most certain death. But they could not draft his son because his son had a terribly broken leg. Do I need to keep going? You get the point. We don't know whether a success or a failure is good or bad. We have to wait. Because I would suggest to you that we can find, as your president said, the good, the silver lining, in most anything that happens to you. Each thing that happens to you is something that we can learn from to prepare you for what comes next. I'm going to tell you now, because in the letter where I was asked to come speak to you, I was asked, "Tony, will you provide advice to the graduating class based on your experience and success?" And I said, "I will, and I'm getting ready to share with you the secret of success." Are you ready for it? I'm getting ready to show you. You know how Coca-Cola has that secret formula? They keep it guarded. The Big Mac and the secret sauce. I'm getting ready to share with you the secret sauce. I'm getting ready to tell you the formula of success, graduates. Prepare yourself. Are you prepared? All right, here it is. Work hard. That's it. Work hard. Listen, there is no substitute. Work hard. There are no shortcuts. Work hard. There is no get-rich-quick scheme. Work hard. What you see on Instagram is a myth. Work hard. I used to tell my young lawyers, I can teach you everything you need to know, or I can tell you where to go find the answer, but I can't teach you to work hard. That comes from you. Work hard. I'm going to say it over and over. It's going to just permeate into your brain. Work hard. You've already proven that you have the grit because you're sitting there with those funny hats on. So I know you can do it. Work hard. You know, one of the things I do, sometimes when I'm testing because I have about 19 lawyers that work for me, mostly younger than me. I'm at the point now in my career that mostly everybody that works for me is younger than me. But sometimes on like a Friday afternoon, around 2:30, I'll send an email to all the lawyers. And I'll say, I need this. Some of the lawyers respond immediately. Some of the lawyers respond Monday morning at 8:30. Some of the lawyers respond Tuesday at about 2:30 p.m. And I just sack it away right there in the back of my mind. I know who works hard. And they may not be the most talented. They may not have the best skill set. They may not make the best presentation, but they work hard. And I can't teach hungry. I can't teach somebody to be hungry. That comes from you. When everyone else is sleeping, you should be working. When everyone else is playing around, you should be working. When everybody else is eating, you should be working. You want to get ahead? The secret is work hard. This will be a blur. You won't remember a doggone thing I say. But, except maybe work hard.
Yeah.
Be in the moment, graduates. I can tell you that I just went to the graduation of my daughter from NYU, the social work program, and I sat there and I watched this and I thought to myself, I remember back to when she had her first year birthday party, and I said to everybody assembled, I said, Elizabeth won't remember this, but I will. You may not remember this, Paul, but your parents and friends and family will. We're very proud of you. It's a heck of an accomplishment, but you're just getting started. God bless you. Congratulations.
Mr. Tony Wagner, we promise, we work hard. And I think it's a good thing that it's not a big deal. So thank you very much for Mr. Tony Wagner. So let's give him another round of applause for the exciting speech. Now I'm here to kind of facilitate, to provide a gift, Mr. Tony Wagner. So I would like to invite our Board of Trustee member and the President of Turkic American Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Orhan Küçükosman, to the podium, stage, present his gift.
Now that's a difficult speech to follow, though, isn't it? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Wesley. It was amazing. Just amazing. In keeping with tradition, a member of the graduating class is asked to deliver an address. And at this time, Dr. Ruth Bond, President of North American University, will introduce this year's speaker, Dr. Bond.
Again, I'm going to come several times. The valedictorian and salutatorians are the students with the highest academic ranking among the graduating class who have demonstrated great dedication and skill during their time of study and maintaining very high GPA, usually 4.0. And now, North American University's 2022 salutatorian with a perfect GPA of 4.0, Lana Husseini. And now it's time for a speech for the highest honor. Please join me in welcoming the 2022 valedictorian of North American University, Farha Khalid Majid. Please come to the stage.
Yesterday at work for the morning announcement, I work in a school, and the speaker said that the best gift a person can receive is, the best inheritance a person can receive is education. When I heard this, I was thinking about it the entire day and thinking about its implications, and it occurred to me that it's actually true. Whether given by parents to children or received by children from parents, either way you look at it, education is something which is not just loaded with a wealth of knowledge, it is an investment that can experience no depreciation. You can only fill your cup of knowledge more and more, whether you spread it, spend it, or share it. So this looked like a very good deal to me. Having said this, I wish all of you a very beautiful morning. My name is Farah Majid and I graduated in Bachelor's of Education. Right now, I can only feel the ground moving through my feet in celebration of our graduation. Overwhelmed is an understatement to express the joy and thankfulness in my heart for each one of you who has come here and who's participating in this. There were probably multiple setbacks as we walked our academic journeys. We students are not just looking for education. We are looking for strong mentors. We are looking for acceptance. We are looking for unconditional support. And we are looking for leaders and professors who will provide us with all of these qualities patiently and stoically. I was fortunate to have experienced this. And I'd like to personally thank Dr. Agman Smith and Dr. Halim Tas for always being there for us. God knows how many times I have troubled Dr. Das, and he has always heard me out patiently and guided me. And Dr. Smith, you've been so kind. You have taught us that even the most stressful assignments can be conducted in the most fun way. I was fortunate to continue experience this positivity with all my other professors and the North American staff. If it wasn't for you, the motivation to excel wouldn't have existed. Honestly, I really mean it. I'm just so glad that I chose North American University to complete my graduation, but I'm also thankful to North American University for accepting me as a student. A huge thank you to all the families, our siblings, partners, our children who patiently waited for us while we studied. Just something quickly which I feel from the heart I want to share that we all have some level of intellect, and it is our personal choice how much of intellect we want to use and how do we want to use. Since I was going to college after almost 18 years, my goal was simple. I wanted to be the best. But the challenge was how. So initially when I started studying, I was kind of going through all strategies, what worked for me. And finally, I was able to crack the code and challenge my own challenges when I realized that procrastination is very important. Not to do it, stay away from it. I never procrastinated. I never went to bed without an incomplete assignment. I made sure that I completed the assignment, and only then I was able to wake up fresh in the morning and I have no stress in my 5-inch brain, and my brain is stress-free. And that's how I started achieving my goals, my scores, my grades. We students should always be interested in not just our area of study, but we should also be committed to do all that it takes to achieve that. And I'm sure that this kind of a mindset and dedication will bring us to a successful culmination of our goals. Finally, I want to remind all my friends here that just remember that this degree is ours, the hard work is ours, the creativity is ours, this pride is ours. We may lose our hair, our teeth, our youth, but the knowledge that this degree will bring will stay with you forever. Nobody is going to be able to take it away from you. And finally, a few words that I wrote earlier. Continue to be inspired, but aim to become an inspiration to others too. Because this is what will create an uninterrupted circular movement that will span the entire diameter of the circle of knowledge, strength, dedication, and dynamism. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Farah. Wow. Wow. How many cups of coffee did you have this morning? So we've come to the moment which all our graduates have been awaiting. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees. But before we do that, what was the message you learned from Mr. Tony Busby? What? Department chairs, please present the candidates who have successfully fulfilled the requirement for conferring a master and bachelor degree for each respective area of study. President Pavano. Audience, you will find disciplines and courses of study in the programs that were handed out to you or in your seats when you came in today. At this time, I ask that Dr. Deanna Travis, Chair of the Department of Business Administration, will present the candidates for their master and bachelor degrees in business administration.
President Taban, on behalf of the faculty in the Department of Business Administration, I have the honor of presenting to you the candidates that have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Business Administration degrees. I am pleased to recommend them to you for the awarding of these degrees.
Christian Azor. Munara Siddiqova. Simon Levine. Giovanni Fernandez. Jordan Willison. Sameed Ali. Jennifer Lopez. Kaylee Nicole Silva. Kevin Salva. Chaperone Azevedo.
At this time, Dr. Abraham Suslu, Chair of the Department of Computer Science, present the candidates for the degree of Master and Bachelor degree in Computer Science.
Science graduates, please rise. On behalf of the faculty in the Department of Computer Science, I have the honor of presenting to you the candidates that have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the degree of Master of Science and Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. I am pleased to recommend them to you for the awarding of those degrees.
Azam Nawaz Rajput. Majid Kirsten. Christopher Matthew Lewis. Valentine. Gabriela Allen. Benefit Tadia. Zulfir Faisal. Uzun Mato. Esma Yılmaz. Amir Volta. Musa Gugulu. Mustafa Comments. Sunil Magnan. Vinay Akar. Nadime Dennis. Al-Hussein Evington. Yusuf Persis. Dali Sabir. Nam Trin. Nina Yanagro. Naina Hussein. Wesley Hakeem. Philip Usman Fish. Ilone Lucia. Mukuze Benza. Amon Turner. Christopher Barton. Abdul Muhammad. Please direct your attention to the screen for the list of graduates from the Department of Computer Science that were unable to attend.
At this time, Dr. Khalil Taz, Chair of the Department of Education, will present the candidates for the degree of Master and Bachelor degrees in Education.
President Taman, on behalf of the faculty of the Department of Education, I have the honor of presenting the candidates that successfully fulfilled the requirements for the degrees of Master of Education in Curriculum Instruction, Master of Education in Education Leadership, Master of Education in School Counseling, and Bachelor in Interdisciplinary Studies in Education. I'm pleased to commend them to you for the award of those degrees.
Uni Bulia. Maria Martinez Correa. Zainab Kaya. Edia Yumaka. Samina Samina. Munib Fatima Malik. Fatma Ojak Beji. Mustafa Ojak Beji. Zainab Karakoch. Candelaria Baranda. Jamila Ansar. Risikatu Shitu. Marufa Halima. Fatima Kurmangala. Catherine Hopkins. Verda Abdul Bashir. Moshafa Naheed. Carolina Orozco. Zainab Yusuf. Makule Vargas. Munira Nawala. Zora Magnogia. Farah Majid. Jennifer Rubio. Amy Contreras. Angie Vidal. Kathia Lara. Cassandra Madrano. Ruth Rojas. Kaylin Tuck. Jarrell Johnson. Carlos Torres. Julian Brown. Ronaldo Fuentes. Coach Donovan Newman III. Please direct your attention to the screen for a list of graduates in the Department of Education that were unable to attend in person.
On behalf of faculty of North American University, I had the honor of presenting the candidates who have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Computer Science, Master of Education in Personal Instruction, Master of Education in Educational Leadership, Master of Education in School Counseling, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Computer Science, and Bachelor in Interdisciplinary Studies in Education. And pleased to recommend them for the awarding of those degrees. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of North American University and the State of Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, I hereby grant each of you is appropriate and is qualified the degrees with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. I now pronounce you graduates of North American University. Graduates. Graduates, you may now move your desks from right to left.
Congratulations, graduates. We now invite you to remain seated and online. Seat graduates, take your seat. To remain online and enjoy a few of the pictures and videos that our graduates have graciously shared with us on their academic journey throughout their time at North American University. Actually, graduates, would you please stand again? You have to perform the chicken dance.
Yeah, throw your head at one single point so that they will show a picture and you'll be on the website, okay? So please make sure you smile and throw it at the same time. Okay, 1, 2. You guys ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you, graduates. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This concludes the 2022 commencement ceremony for North American University. On behalf of President Caban, the Board of Trustees, administration, and faculty, we thank you for joining us on this very special occasion as we honor our graduates. We ask that you please remain seated while during the State Assembly faculty and student recessional. So the audience, the guests will please remain seated while we have the graduates and we're about. You are welcome to, after everyone is out of the auditorium, you're welcome to come back and take pictures in front of the back. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and congratulations, graduates.